Hey, I am here in ridiculous close-up and 360 video to show you the Pocket Chip, which is this most fantastic new device from Next Thing Co. It has got the famous $9 chip computer on the back. This is that Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and teeny tiny little guy that does all the stuff with this audio out, micro USB in for power, regular USB out. It's got this built-in LiPo battery. So basically this is an enclosure for the chip, which includes a touch screen and a little keyboard and all these little GPIO breakouts along here, this proto board area, this fantastic, beautiful, transparent low poly case, which is echoed in the pink lines on the PCB there. It's fantastically stylish, and on the bottom here, it's got spaces for a pen or a hexagonal pencil where you can stand it up. It's amazing. It runs Linux. I believe it's a version of Debian, sort of like Raspbian and so forth. It gives you this little thingy upon starting up. Da 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 da. Come on. You can set your login and password, which will come up here in a second. Here we go. I've left it as the default name. The default login is chip and chip. I've changed the password, however, because security. Oh god, can I do this while talking? Log in. Doo-doo-doo. We get the sweet little Pocket Chip logo. Yes. And what I'm going to show you how to do with this, well, we're going to go through the interface real quick. So, you've got your power settings, shutdown, sleep, etc. There's an online flasher called the Chip Flasher where you can reflash this OS if it has problems, or you can pull it out and flash it with the default Chip OS. You can control everything through the command line, the Linux command line, but you can also use the graphical controls for a few different things. Volume, brightness, and Wi-Fi. I'm going to turn that off again, actually. You can use your finger or a stylus, and the whole clear case, both these pieces are designed to snap off really easily so that you can, and people have, designed their own 3D printed replacements. So you've got your Linux terminal, all the regular commands available there. You can use the nano text editor, so like say ls, let's see what we've got on here. Oh, gotta hit that, okay. And you can say like nano whatever. I'm not going to show you that right now because I might be low on battery on this sweet 360 camera that I'm borrowing from Jordan at Kodami, which is a sweet art tech organization in San Francisco. Yeah, so you've got right off the bat these icons for get help, a little text editor. It's a little more full-featured than Nano. You've got a graphical file manager, which is delightful. The keyboard is a little tough to read, but it's fantastic, and you can, someone's already released a 3D printed replacement enclosure for this that includes little keys for the keyboard. There was another thing I was going to tell you about, but I forget. Anyway, then you finally two options here. You've got Make Music, which is this incredible DAW, digital audio workstation called Sunvox, and I'm still working on how to make that work. I was playing with this with my friend Ted recently, and he hooked it up to a MIDI controller. You can, in fact, control this with a MIDI keyboard. We found it a little bit laggy, but I've got an audio hookup here. And let's see if we can actually make it make some noise. Oh yeah, it's going. I don't know if you can hear that. But speaking of which, let's up the volume. Doop, all the way. Let's see. Oh yeah. Whoa, whoa! I don't even know what I'm doing here. This is nuts. So the one thing however, that I'm incredibly excited about is the Pico 8 editor. This is fantastic. It's called like a fantasy engine or something. Sorry, I'm like I'm in this room because I had to have the audio hookup. But yeah, there's all these games it comes with. In this sweet little, oh my god, look at it, super old school editor that's supposed to force creativity through limitation. You've got these little, rotating icons, where works in progress, collaboration. It comes with like over 20 or maybe 1,000, I forget, preloaded games and stuff that you can modify while you're playing them, which is insane. Then you can save them. And then also these demos, and there's new stuff all the time. So the one I'm gonna look at is, well, there was a really cool one called Butterfly, and that's got some sweet Sierpinski triangle fractals. Oh my god, it's overwhelming. Look at this, it's nuts! So I'm gonna hit exit, or escape rather, and yeah, it takes me back here. You can edit it though, which is what I'm gonna do with this Hello World one. In fact, I'm gonna turn the volume down just a little bit because I'm in a co-working space. But yeah, back to Pico 8. Takes me back to where I was. Hello World. Sweet. So what if I hit escape or enter? Let's say edit this cart. So these are called carts or cartridges. You've got the code here in the first tab. You can change all that stuff. You can see where it's drawing the letters and things like that. This is Pico 8, nice to meet you. We've got, you're able to print text. I find it's useful. It's a little bit limited when it comes to the edges of the screen, so I like to use a pen for a stylus, for the edges. You can edit sprites, totally mess with it. You can edit maps, paint that sprite wherever you want. And then we come to the audio editors, which are really exciting to me because I have long been interested in creating chiptunes, but kind of sucked at every option that I tried, which granted was not very many. But check this out. You've got, so let's see, how's it go? It's, these each represent a note. The first thing you see is the pitch. The second you see is an octave. So, C0 is an octave lower than C1, etc. That follows the standard, middle C is, I think, C3 or C4, I forget. C3, 4, I think, because A4 is the A on violins. I'm probably way wrong on that. Don't trust me. But then you can pick different types of waves. So first thing is pitch. Second thing is octave. Third thing is instrument. Fourth thing is volume. And fifth thing is effect. So in the documentation, there's all kinds of exploration of what exactly those mean. And one thing that I did the other day was replicate a song that my buddy Ted made up. So I want to... Oh, right, yeah. So this is a little weird. It works like a keyboard, only it doesn't follow, like, the numbers like you would think. So hitting G does not form a G note. Instead, it goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And then also you have the sharps and flats up here. So white keys down here, black keys up here. So here's a C. Doop. Okay. And then a G, C. And since they're all in different instruments and stuff, because I'm modifying an existing thing, it is coming. It's going to sound really weird for a little while, but just bear with me. And that was, yeah. So. And that was. A flat. Awesome. A flat, G sharp, same thing. Oh, that's gotta be. Nope. 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 So now I'm gonna edit the octaves. I think it was 0. So I can just use the number keys up here. So let's see, the F is going to be 2, C is going to be 3 because you're going up for that. And I want all the volume. I think I did like 7 4 7 4 7 6 5 4 for these. So loud, soft, loud, soft, loud, softer, 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 loud, soft, loud, soft, loud, softer, softer, softer. So that's the volume. So now we've done pitch, octave, instrument. We're going to set those to all be the same thing. I don't remember at all what these instruments options are, so I'm going to set them all to 2 and see what happens. And then the effects, you have things like slide and, oh man, I'll link you to the documentation. It's really interesting and stuff. I think number 1 is slide, and I'm just going to hit 0 for no effect. And you can hear what this sounds like in 1 second, because we're going to hit play. I'm really excited. Okay, let's see. Did I do this right? Where's the play button? Oh yeah, and so, with the loop option up here, right now I think it's going to play the whole thing. And if I hit, so there's 32 things in here, right? 4 columns of 8. However, if I choose to put a 24 up there, it'll only play the first 3 columns. 16, it'll only play the first 2, etc. So you can choose how much of it you actually want to loop. The volume's up all the way. Let's hit play. Okay, that is not quite right. Bum, 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 bum. So that needs to be a B flat, which it's probably going to read as an A sharp. Is that that? Nope. Is it that? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let's try that again. Oh, I did that wrong again though, because these Fs need to be lower. They need to be 2 octaves lower than the later ones. Okay. Okay. And in this way we can build a piece of music that we've like heard in our heads and stuff. Isn't that legit? Okay, you've noticed by this point maybe that there's no marking for duration. And the way that we can get around that is by just making it, so this setting up here is for speed, right? We're on 16. If you go higher, weirdly it actually makes it slower. I'm assuming because that means that that's the duration of the note, you know, maybe 16 is some arbitrary, or not arbitrary measurement of time, and you like multiply that by 16. So what I'm going to do here is basically, I'm going to multiply everything by 3 because the original was like bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba, this kind of a rhythm, right? And so I can't do that when everything is the same length of note. So what I'm going to do is change this loop setting. I can actually drag it. Oh, come on. There we go. This is why I'm using a pen. To 24. And then you can also like change the number of loops that it does. So, you know, you notice that it was just playing all the way through and then stopping, right? This first number here tells it how many times to loop. And I'm going to put it to a bunch. And then the second one again is how many notes here you're actually going to go through on each loop. And so now, in order to make this go bouncy-like, I'm going to double the length of every note, which means that it's going to be a huge pain, but bear with me. So I'm going to say C0, or so if I want bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba, that's 2 notes length and then 1 note's length. So C G C G F C. Oh nope. And we're just gonna do this really fast. Nope. I didn't tell you to start playing, my friend, but okay. And you can already kind of hear it, but let's change these octaves up so that it actually fits. Okay. And basically I just need to change these C's to be low. And that looks good. So let's hit play. I'm not sure why it's doing that behavior. That's rather strange. 14, is that somewhere in here? Yeah, it must be restarting at 14. I thought that was the number of loops, but maybe I'm wrong. I need to read the documentation. I read a bunch of the documentation, but it was like back on Saturday, so come on. There we go. Change the number of loops to be very low. And yeah, so this can store a large, I think up to 64 sounds per game, if I'm not wrong, per cart. But cool. And then there's another editor. So this is what this looks like in a waveform. Come here. There we go. So these frames show us how much of it we're actually playing. And you see you've got these C's down at C0. And then, you can go up to the 4th octave. What we have is stuff in octave 0 and octave 2. Down here is the volume indication. You can see I was going 7/4, 7/4, 7/6, 5/4. And they're color-coded too, which is pretty legit. And all this stuff is not getting played. You've got the same controls at the top, and these are just pitch. So you can sort of see that every other note is twice the duration, so every other note is doubled here. And let's hit play on that. So there's your sweet little sequencer. You can use that to create, there's all these different instruments and effects and things. You can use it to create sound effects, to create little chiptunes. I'm really excited. This is the first time I've ever written, like, something in chiptunes. Like, it's nuts. And can I even change the waveform here? Because usually they're square waves. But this looks kind of like a sine wave to me. Does that do anything? Nope. Sounds the same. Anyway, I don't understand that yet, but I highly advocate getting one of these bad boys. You can get it at nextthing.co. And I think it's gone up in price. They were selling them for $49 for a while. Now they're at $69. But pick one up if you're excited about it, like I am. It's so powerful, and there's so much to do. I can't wait to see. Someone on the forum, which is really active, is actually working on building a little virtual pet, like a gigapet or a Tamagotchi, those old little 90s things, which is really exciting as well. Yeah, go forth and build.